guys, it's Heidi with the Minimalist Homeschool, and welcome to our 95th day of school. We started this series, we talk with a lot of families and a lot of questions. How do you homeschool? How do you do this? How do you handle that? And I figured the best way to show how we do it is just to vlog the first 100 days of school. So that's what we are doing. Next week will be our last week in the series, which is super exciting. We've got some fun things that we're praying over and planning to do next week, and can't wait to share with you all. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, so that way you can get notified when those come out next week. If you haven't seen our family before, if you're new here, it is myself and my husband Brandon, and then we have 4 kiddos. We have Travis, who is 14, Lily, who is 8, Virginia, who is 5, and then baby Olivia, who turned 1 yesterday. So busy day. We have been homeschooling since Travis went to public school for kindergarten and half of 1st grade. So we've been homeschooling for like 8 years, I think now, somewhere around there. It's been a while. So I share free homeschool plans on our website, and then that's pretty much what we do, kind of just taking a minimalist approach, but a biblically based in everything we do approach to our children's homeschool. So baby is getting fussy, sorry. We've all been a little under the weather this week. It started off with Lily having a little cold, and then Travis kind of got it, and baby Olivia, and then Virginia and I are kind of the last ones, and Daddy are kind of the last ones to get it here. I shared with you guys my 2 cold and flu hacks, natural, easy, homemade things that we use to keep ourselves healthy. Unfortunately though, I was slacking on it, and I had not been keeping up on giving us those things, and we are now paying the price for it. So I shared the video of how we make those, and we are definitely filling our bodies with these good nutrients, so that way we can get back to feeling better. I think I was one of the last ones to really have the onset of the symptoms, and I have been trying all week though to keep pushing through and getting a million different projects done. And I think last night I really started feeling it. I am feeling just like junk. I can tell that the stuff that we're taking is definitely helping. I am feeling that part of it, but my body is just tired, and I don't feel well today. I had some meetings this morning. I took care of those. My husband's busy off getting stuff done, and all of that good stuff. But I think today is going to be a pretty calm day. I keep trying to push through and get all of these things done, and the more I'm trying to push through, the more I just feel my body telling me, will you please sit down and relax for a minute? So I think that's what we're going to do today. And it's like freezing cold. Yeah, I know. I'm not one to
calm down,
sit down and not be busy.
Cooking that?
Oh gosh, I have no idea.
A few years?
Yeah, probably. It's not my specialty.
11 years old?
So
Ow.
Fridays are usually our unschool day, where we let the kids have more of a just interest-led learning of what they want to work on. Bunny.
Yeah, so I just...
Okay. I'm feeling better now. You've got it, Mom? Let me get you. She's hanging out in jammies. I've cut on sweats and a sweater. I'm just cold and don't feel good, and ugh. Yeah. That's how we feel. You want down? I thought you wanted over here. Fridays are usually our unschool day. Let the kids run with whatever things that they want to learn about, work on, do. Bible study is a must. That happens every morning, but then kind of let them go off on, different little things from the week that they would like to spend more time on. Friday is also, we have like a theme for each day on this new kind of separate curriculum that I'm working on that we'll get to. But Friday we give it a theme, and it's like our gaming and action day. So playing board games, card games, dice games, playing games outside, letting the kids have some time on the Xbox to play Minecraft, or they have like Mario Kart racing and whatever. Let them have some time to just play together. We all play together. Kind of just a fun thing to look forward to come together and play. So that is our Friday. Lily and I are behind on a couple of her lessons from the week that we need like one-on-one time to work together on. So since I am just not feeling well today and I would really love to just live on the couch with a big blanket wrapped around me and like a hot cup of tea, I think I'm going to take advantage of that and just curl up on the couch. The girls, Virginia needs to do a reading lesson and Lily had a couple little things. So I figured today would just be a perfect opportunity if I just ignore the fact that my house is a mess, ignore the fact that I have 9 million hours worth of computer work that needs to be dealt with, and probably like a million other things that needs to be dealt with. I'm going to ignore all of that, and we're just going to kind of curl up today, kick back, catch up on the stuff that needs to get caught up on, keep taking our apple cider vinegar juice shots and our elderberry syrup until we can get feeling better, and just take some time to really rest so that way we can get these colds processed out of our body and can start next week feeling better and being ready to finish up our first 100 days of school. So that's kind of our game plan for today. Super nice part about homeschool. Super cool part about homeschool being, though, that when you're not feeling awesome, you can adjust and do what you need to do to either put everything off to the side until everybody gets better or try to do what you need to do. So that part of it is great. Very thankful for that. So we are going to try to get some of that done today, and then Saturday at noon, so you're probably seeing this Saturday morning, we host a YouTube live. So we would definitely want to make sure that if any of you are out there that you can come and join us, just a time of fellowship and gathering together, asking questions, helping one another, encouraging one another. So definitely looking forward to it. Last week we had my mom on as a guest host, and we're doing some kind of like ask the teacher questions. She's been a public school teacher for like 20 some odd years now, and also homeschooled my brothers when they were in middle school. So that was a great time of just fellowship and asking questions with one another there. So definitely come and join. It'll be myself and my husband Brandon, so definitely come join us tomorrow, or today, because you're watching this probably, hopefully on Saturday. But if not, we're trying to do this every week, every Saturday at noon Eastern time. So be sure to, I think if you subscribe and you tap the little bell icon down here, it will give you a notification when that's getting ready to go on. So excited to do that and see all of you guys on there tomorrow. And then next week we have some fun stuff coming up. I know I've gotten messages from so many of you that are bummed that you don't want the 100 days to be over. Even Lily has asked us, let's just keep doing the whole school year. Don't stop at 100. Let's do the full 180. We have a lot of things that we've been praying over and working on for a while now within our whole ministry, being the podcast, the magazine, the videos here, we have new websites coming out. My husband has a new project he's working on. There's so many things, and these daily vlogs, I'm glad I did them because it really has been a great thing as far as me just doing this consistently and getting it out and connecting with so many of you, which is fantastic. I'm very grateful for that. It is a lot of work. It takes up my whole day, every single day. And then Saturday is busy. We host a Sabbath and Bible study and communion in our home. And then we're doing the lives during the day. And then Sunday is like my one day where I'm trying to have like my Sabbath rest, but it's also my only day that I can get stuff done. And so it's just making everything very chaotic, very crazy. Again, very thankful for it. But we have some really, really, really cool projects we're working on, you guys, that I hope can really serve you and your family, because that is our prayer in all of this. So as bummed as everybody is to see the 100 days come to an end, that doesn't mean that the content's going to come to an end. So between podcasts and videos and many other resources we are praying over and working on, Lord willing, every day you should still have stuff coming to you. Even if it's not exactly like these 100 days have been, there's a lot of stuff in the works that I think is going to be really super cool. I just need to have the time to be able to work on these things, because I don't think you guys want a video of just me sitting on a computer working all day long. It's kind of boring. So that's what we're working on, ready to do. I'm going to go pull together some lunch for everybody. My husband comes up from his office to join us for lunch every day. And then my head is starting to not feel so awesome. So I'm going to take some more elderberry and apple cider vinegar, and then probably curl up on the couch and get some schoolwork done. Guys, not feeling any better. Still hanging in there. I'm going to go snuggle this baby. the girls, I went ahead and let them have some time on their Amazon kid tablets. So they're playing a little bit. And I think I'm going to go. I want to go sit down on the couch. And I was like, oh, I could probably still get some computer work done. I think I'm going to go take a nap. Yeah, you going to come nap with me? And go snuggle? We just took more of our apple cider vinegar and elderberry, and now we're gonna go snuggle. Because nobody feels good. I know. Huh? What's it like to be a 1-year-old big bunny? Yes. On a day when the mom isn't feeling so good, I am very thankful for this dude right here, my crock pot. So Stephanie from Minimalist Mom Life, she shared in her Instagram stories a week or two ago, kind of don't remember how long, just a super simple, easy crock pot beef stew, beef roast, whatever. I've been wanting to make one for a long time. My husband's been wanting that to be one of our monthly menu items. And so when I looked at recipes before and they always looked kind of intimidating to me. Stephanie posted like a super simple one and it looked really good. So we went ahead and added that into our monthly rotation. And so I am making that tonight. It's our first time we're making it. It smells delicious. It looks good. It was super easy, super cost effective. And on a day when the mom is sick and not feeling well, the fact that I took 5 minutes, dumped this into the crock pot, and now tonight dinner will just magically be done is kind of the best thing ever. So I will link her down below and her instructions for what we made here. She used like just standard russet potatoes. I get these cool little potatoes from Aldi that we love and just threw those in there. Some carrots. I did not have any celery on hand, so I didn't put any of that in, what she did. Some onion, few seasonings, a small can of tomato sauce, and some water. Fill it up, put it on low for 6 hours. So it's cooking. And that'll be dinner tonight, which will be so nice because I had to do like practically nothing. So yay for that. That part's exciting. So my husband has recruited all of the kids to help with picking up, and our one like big chair is sitting here by our glass door, and all of the heat is coming in and it feels so good. So I think I'm gonna fall asleep and nap. Alright, baby is napping. My husband is fantastic and knows I'm not feeling awesome. So he came up and rallied the troops, gathered the kids up and got them to pick up the house and gather some, our son brought in some more firewood and Daddy built a huge fire and got everything like nice and warm, and it smells good because it smells like a wood fire burning, which I love. And kids picked up everything and now they're curled up relaxing a little bit. Baby is taking a nap. Daddy was taking care of her, and the house is warm and toasty, and that's allowing me to just sit down and relax a little bit, and then dinner will just magically be done thanks to the crock pot. And much better. Very nice. So, in case you're new and you have not heard me talk about this 100,000 times, our family is, we feel God calling us into ministry. That's what we do. We're doing here and through our homeschool website and the podcast and everything else that we're doing, the magazine. And we are praying over where that's going to go and
working with different people and talking about different things. And I don't know, there's a lot of stuff going on everywhere and a lot of stuff in the works. But as we have been growing spiritually and everything going on, the more we do it, the more we just see that we need to take the Bible seriously. We need to take scripture at face value, and it is to be taken and lived quite literally with what it says. And so, sorry, I'm like trying to put my thought together and think, and my head is just like, ugh. The point of it being that we must live by faith, and our family is being called more and more to truly take God at his word when he says that he knows what we need and he will provide for us, and we are to serve and do the things that he is calling us to do and live in a certain way that can be an example to others of Christ and the power of God. And so we are continuing to move forward in the ways that he is calling us to do, and will continue to live and take him up on his offer when he says, I will provide for you, I will take care of it, don't you worry about it. These are the things that you need to do. So instead of the focus of our lives being our jobs and how much money we're making and what we're doing here in this world, we're looking at things a little differently, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And so we're moving forward in all of this. But to completely surrender your life to faith and rely on God to put the opportunities and resources in front of you to provide the things that you need is not the norm, and quite frankly terrifying in many ways. But it's also amazing and extremely rewarding and just a wonderful spiritual journey to be on. So that's where we're at, I guess. Every Friday I've been sharing a little update, a little faith update of where we're at. Yes, we're doing this. We're not completely new to it, as we've felt God calling us and we've done crazy things before. I'm very inspired, and this is our book we're reading through with the kids in the evening. George Mueller is one who has very much inspired me, and it is by no coincidence that a good friend of ours, who you guys are going to meet soon, recommended this book to us years ago when she read it with her kids in their homeschool curriculum, and was like, oh my gosh, you would just love this guy. And I never looked into it. And then years later, I happened to stumble upon it and watch the documentary and started learning, and I'm like, yes, that's exactly it. Like, he's our spirit animal, if that were a thing. And then just recently, her family was like, we have to bring you up that book. They brought it up, but we were reading a different book, so we had to finish that first. And now we're reading this together as a family. And every night, our family just kind of chuckles because there's so many things that are in here that we're like, yes, that's exactly what we've been trying to say. So, again, you're going to hear me probably talk about this 100 billion times. But in doing this, I think George Mueller was such an awesome example to see what God can do, and George Mueller was trying to share that in his time in the 1800s. And so the fact that we have this little YouTube channel and Instagram and community and stuff like that, I want to share what God is doing in our lives to show you, I guess, just to share it. Like George Mueller says this thing where, he wants to show that God can be trusted, that when he says these things, he means them quite literally in our reality, day in and day out, with even the little things. So I just want to find a way to be able to continue to show this kind of life by faith and what it means. Of course, we have our naysayers, and even people, not that they're being naysayers, but they don't, I don't know, if they just think we're crazy or they don't quite get it. But But it's my prayer that through us just being completely transparent and open and honest with these things, that it might be a encouragement or something for someone else to look and really think about, you know, themselves and what they're at and what they're doing, and maybe something might be beneficial for someone, I guess is what all of this is. Anyways, this week we've seen some really cool ways in which God is providing for us. We were able to go and do our monthly grocery shopping trip. You guys, that's huge. The fact that we were able to go and buy a month's worth of groceries for our entire household. There might be a few things that pop up, you know, here or there. I mean, that comes with the territory. But the fact that the next month's worth of food is taken care of, it's kind of fantastic, especially when you have a bunch of kids. So that was a huge blessing. That was fantastic. The check engine light is on in our car, and I think we have possibly figured out where the problem is coming from. Lord knows how we're going to I don't know. We'll deal with that. That'll happen some way. I'm not going to worry about it. But that's still there. That was from last week. God provided in ways of comments and things people have said to us, causes us to self-reflect and look at things. And we've also talked with family and friends about what we're doing, what people are saying. You know, we push the door shut, please, sweetheart. It's caused us just to kind of stop and look at things through a microscope, I guess, a little bit in our own lives. And although some of the things that came at us were like in a negative light toward us, the stopping and thinking about them and going through them really just showed us God's power and what he's doing, and made the calling in our hearts just that much stronger, which is cool to see. So I'm very thankful for that. Yes, we all have little colds, but I think even times like this where you get some kind of little ailment or something like that is just a reminder of how much we can take our health for granted, and how thankful I am that I have 4 healthy children, that I myself am healthy, that, you know, be it little things here or there, God is so gracious to us in that respect. So I'm very thankful for that this week, definitely. We have been praying for some people and helping to guide and counsel some people, and have seen great things happening on that front, which I want to just give great praise for. We also have had some very horrible things happen to people close to us that could have been much worse, in like literal life and death worse. And God was so great and gave great protection in all of it. And so I'm very, very thankful and want to give great praise for that. We have a lot obviously still coming up moving forward. I've gotten a couple inquiries for our business, so different business that we are praying over, and we'll quote and see if we end up getting it, which would be a great answer financially as far as getting bills paid, but it is all in God's hands, and he will provide exactly what we need, and we just keep praying and asking him to lead us and put us exactly where he wants us, serving exactly who needs it, and that we will just stay strong in the faith, and that he will take care of all of it, because he's awesome, and he wills, and he knows what we need before we know what we need. So he's got it. I'm not worried about it. We're just along for the ride, and we just want to make sure that we are staying true to what he says and keeping it very serious, living it out very literally in our lives, and that we are ready each and every day to pour ourselves out for whatever he wants to see done in that day. So very cool stuff this week. Very thankful for many things. We had some meetings this morning. I'm working on some things. My husband and I had a chance to have a huge kind of meeting, just going over everything this week. We had like a business meeting going through it all. And there's just a lot we're throwing out there, a lot we're praying over, and Lord knows what he's going to do with it. But if you guys could keep our family in your prayers, we'd greatly appreciate it. We just want him to use us for whatever it is that he wants to use us for, so that through our story and through whatever we can possibly do, it will lead others to see the truth of Christ and live their lives like he told us all to. That's all we want to do. But this will probably be it for today, because the rest of the day is probably just going to be me sitting here on the couch blowing my nose, which is probably not very exciting to watch nor enjoyable. House is cleaned up, which I'm so thankful to my husband and kids for. Dinner's in the crock pot, so I don't have to mess with anything. Baby is napping. The house is like quiet, and outside is just, it's cold, and you can tell that like a wintry storm is coming, but it's just very like still and calm right now, which is a beautiful thing to just kind of see and relax and take in. So I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna go relax and enjoy it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us this week. If there's anything at all that we can do for you, like quite literally, please let us know. We would be happy to hear it. All of our links and all the things are down in the description below us. Make sure you subscribe and tap the bell so that way we can connect with you and you can see what we have going on. Some really cool stuff coming up, you guys. I'm really excited for it. And then make sure Saturdays at noon, come join us here for our lives. Ask questions, chat with us, let's fellowship. Whatever it may be, we've got some different topics we would like to talk about, so we're really excited to have you guys over and just kind of hang out with everybody. It's cool to be able to do that in like a real-time, talk with everyone. So we're excited to see you all over on the live. If there's anything we can pray about, of course, let us know. Anything we can do, let us know. And otherwise, we will be back Monday recording, but Tuesday it will post with our final 5 days of our 100-day homeschool vlog series. So excited to have you all here. Thank you again so much. I'm going to go make another cup of tea and put some elderberry syrup in it. See you guys later.